You definitely own like a little ink pot though, and like one of those really fancy pens. Like I know you do.
Oh, yeah, of course I do. I've never hid that. I've never hid that. I have never hid that. Like I'm a big pen guy.
Yeah.
Like I love pens. Like hold on, where is this? Critics.
How's your Pen 15 collection?
I don't even want to talk about it. It's bad.
Yeah, we know it's bad.
What's the?
He doesn't know what I meant.
Yeah, I don't think he understood what you said.
Wait, Pen 15.
Yeah, just
spell
it
it down.
Dear God.
It took me a second. I didn't realize you were lead speaking. I didn't realize I wasn't paying attention at all. No,
I'm not taking it out.
He's not recording. Jackass.
Yes, I am.
Oh fuck!
The fucking recording button's been on since for the past 2 minutes.
I'm gonna go to your house and delete your shit. I'm gonna go to your house. I'm gonna throw your damn I'm gonna take apart your computer and throw your damn hard drive away.
Oh, it's too bad that this is backed up to the cloud.
God damn it!
What year did Zoolander come out? Shit.
Oh,
no, that is not a top 10 movie. Fuck off.
Okay, it's 2001 anyways. Okay, all right.
No, when we get to
not a top 10 movie.
When we get to the
good movie, but it's not a top 10.
When we get to the 2000s.
But bitch, I'm old.
Oh, I don't want to see
90s...
this shit. You're spoiling it for me. Get this out of here.
Oh, sorry.
I'm deleting it.
I was showing y'all my list of reading.
I'm deleting it.
You don't have to read it.
No,
you don't have to read it.
I know, but I deleted it, and then you can post it later, and then I'll be able to do it.
All right, fine.
All right.
I was showing how I actually have both.
God damn. All right. Well, everybody, welcome to the Critics Club. We actually do have an official name for the podcast now. It took a full month for us to get around that. Hey, I did a lot in a month. I got branding for it. I think it looks pretty good.
For a very, very low priority side project, you did. Yeah. I give you that.
I think it's classy and sophisticated with just a tinge of desperation because I didn't know what else to do. Anyways, tonight we have probably so far on this podcast, because this is obviously our second episode, it's going to be probably one of the hardest tasks that we've done thus far, which is the top 10 movies of the 90s.
80s was harder for me.
So,
which makes no sense. You weren't even born yet.
Well, okay, listen.
Mid 90s, or mid 80s.
It isn't necessarily what matters.
Can I explain
year
why?
You were born. Yeah, go ahead.
Explain why? Because for the most part, the movies that I have in my top 10 are definitively some of my favorite movies of all time, and putting them in that list was easy.
Right.
Past 10, because I did 100 again. Past 10 was tough, but yeah, the 80s I really had to be like, do I like Akira more than I like Empire Strikes Back? And I do.
Yeah.
But I took me tons of time. Those were my number 1 and 2s. That took me forever to like figure out. And I really had to, I watched both of them. I had to analyze them.
This may become apparent as I do my list. I did my list this afternoon, which I think is going to start to become tradition because I just put it off until the last minute so I don't have to think about it.
So procrastination much?
I work exceptionally well under pressure. Like,
yeah, I think I disagree with that.
I wrote mine the night we did the first one.
Oh, I know. You've been sitting on it for a month, but you also told us that you have been rearranging your top 10.
Yes.
Since
I'm
today.
sorry, but I don't disagree. I mean, I now mine's been ready for a week. But I did have to rearrange it a couple times, and I also did remove a couple of initial top 10s because I did a top 40. Then I did a top 15. And that 15 was the toughest 15 I've ever had to do. Because for me, the 90s was when most of my, I guess the best word for it would be conscious childhood.
Yeah.
Was that's when I basically grew up. Watching cartoons. Eating cereal Saturday morning. Watching these movies and TV shows from Blockbuster. Blockbuster. All these movies, Blockbuster movies. Every last one of them.
Yeah, I think my list might surprise you with a little bit of. There's some that are kind of a little bit out of left field.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited because a lot of these are pretty big movies. No one's gonna be surprised by some of the list. I think it's the order of the list that might surprise people.
So
I
what
want to look up budgets for mine.
Oh, that'd be
Why?
interesting.
I'm curious because you said they were a lot of big movies. Yours was, and I'd be curious to know what now we won't do this tonight, but like maybe for the 2000s, or if we do that one, or if we go to the 70s, maybe we should have like how much did your 10 movies cost to make, and were they flops or not?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a lot. I have a few flops actually. Funny enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So. But culturally big.
I want to start a little bit of a tradition here. The person that went last will go first on the subsequent podcast.
Ooh, cool. So I'm in the middle forever, and I like that.
No, so whoever was in the middle gets moved to last.
Oh, you're a dick.
So it kind of goes down. So like Jim will be second this time, you'll be third, and it'll just like rotate. Does that make sense?
Very well.
Okay.
Very well.
I just want to kind of keep it a little bit interesting, so it's not the same format each time. Okay, so I liked what Jim did the first podcast where we kind of had to tease what it is. Oh my goodness, I actually need to start my timers. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Did we say 30 minutes per, or is it 45 minutes?
I thought we did 20.
No, I thought we did like 15 or 20.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was 20.
Hold on.
It was definitely not 45 minutes.
Maybe it was at the most it was 30.
Because we wanted to keep this whole thing under an hour.
No, an hour and a half.
Are you sure?
Yes, I remember the hour and a half part. So, I'm gonna say 30 minutes.
Well, then we can't really comment on each other's stuff.
You want to do 40 minutes?
No. I mean, like, I would say 20. That's
okay. If you want to, I want to do 30.
No, I would do 30.
30.
30.
I'm gonna do 30.
I would say for me, there's only one or two movies that I actually want to really talk about. The rest are I'm just gonna blow through. So yeah, being last, I'm good with that.
Okay. My first movie at number 10, directed by John Lasseter, who I really don't like anymore, but unfortunately he's the director of the film.
How dare you?
Does anybody know what film this is?
No, because I've heard that name before, but I'm blanking on any movies he directed.
I'll be honest with you. I've already said this in the last podcast. I am not a director or actor person. I purposely don't remember them or who they are unless they're like insanely big. Like obviously, like James Cameron and Quentin Tarantino, you have to remember, or like Arnold Schwarzenegger, because these are names that these are so big they transcend to like top tier movies, like Tom Hanks, obviously. But if you told me, I don't know, Billy Bob Thornton, I'd struggle to remember who that is.
Very first Pixar film that was ever made.
Oh,
Toy Story.
So no, that's
okay.
not it. Are you sure?
First,
I feel like
first
the very first Pixar movie.
No, theatrical. Let me.
Oh,
You're thinking of the short films, which is fair.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about the first theatrical film.
Okay, yeah, Toy Story.
So,
big movie.
Big for me because I love Pixar in general. Also because it's one of the first, if I'm not mistaken, it's one of the first computer graphic feature films that was actually released.
Yes, I believe you are correct.
From start to finish. And for better or worse, you could argue that it's killed traditional animation. But I really like early Pixar films in general. There's a series of films. I would say like the last couple of years they haven't been great, unfortunately. It kind of ends with The Incredibles for me, like The Incredibles 2.
I was gonna say you better add 2.
Yeah, no, Incredibles 2,
Haven't
like
seen
there's
either one of them.
ooh,
I actually
so
like
good.
Coco.
Coco was great.
Oh, I
Was
have
that
seen
before or
Coco.
after?
Coco,
I like Coco.
Coco was in between, I think.
Was it?
Incredibles 1 and 2.
I'm gonna have to look now. Pixar movies.
So like
in order.
WALL-E, Finding Nemo.
Let's see. Soul was 2020. That
Soul,
was good.
Soul wasn't bad. Soul wasn't bad, but it didn't
Haven't
like.
had any
Yeah, but I
desire
never,
to see
I
that.
never, I never saw Luca. I never saw Onward. I never saw Elemental.
That's kind of what I'm talking about. Like anything from like 2021 on isn't really like great. So, that's my number 10.
I mean, they won awards, so they can't be that bad.
I'm not saying they're bad. I wouldn't rank them as the same as like
There was a
those-
Lightyear movie.
Yeah.
Wow, I am
That's
like
what
the
I'm
last
saying.
thing I remember. I didn't even watch Toy Story 4. I refused.
Toy Story ended for me at 3. 3 was like the perfect send off.
Right. That's why I said I refused to see 4. Soul is 2020. Yeah, and I never. Well, I saw parts of Luca, but I never saw the whole thing. So yeah, you're right. For after that, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. There's a Toy Story 5 announced.
Yeah. I mean, there's a Shrek 5 announced too.
And I don't even remember after 2, if I'm honest.
That's fine.
I've never seen 2.
Oh, 2 was the best Shrek.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait! I've never seen Toy Story 2.
Oh
What?
Wow, really?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I've never
I'm
seen
sorry.
Toy Story
I'm
2.
sorry, listeners. I probably blew out your eardrums, Geoff. Do something. That was a genuine shock for me.
I've seen 1, 3, and 4.
Whoa.
How Sway? Like for real?
You saw 4 before you saw 2?
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate everything about what you just said.
Dude,
Alright,
I was not a Disney kid. I just wasn't.
I would encourage you to go watch 2.
Yeah, like for real. 2 is probably my favorite
Al's
one.
Toy Barn is like fucking iconic. Okay, number 9. Steven Spielberg film. I will
That's a lot of them.
I will say that this is not the only Steven Spielberg film on my list.
Yeah.
Tom
He's graced my
Hanks.
list. Let me think. All right.
Okay.
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yep. I knew immediately after you said Tom
Toy
Hanks.
Story was my number 49.
Wow.
All right.
Actually, I can't really say anything because Toy Story 2 ranked higher than Toy Story 1 for me.
No, I like
Saving
the
Private
classic.
Ryan is 28.
So Saving Private Ryan, I didn't watch that really until high school. Again for the first time. Because when it first came out, I was a kid and my parents refused to let me watch it. I did get to hear the opening scene at Normandy Beach from my bedroom upstairs. And goddamn did it sound loud.
It's amazing. I have to watch it at least one.
It's
I would
one of
say
those. It's one of those
have-
rare war films that, like, I think accurately captures, like, the mayhem.
I think even like people
Cinematically, I would agree with you, but I
were
actually
there
think
have
Band
said
of
that
Brothers
it's-
is better.
Well, okay, I'm just gonna say that Band of Brothers wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Saving Private Ryan, though.
accurate.
No,
Yeah,
David.
I'll give you
David.
that.
I mean,
I'll give you that.
okay. I mean, it's a Tom Hanks Steven Spielberg joint. Like that's.
Oh yeah, no, it's a power duo. Like the moment you said Tom Hanks, I'm like, I know which one it is. I mean, there's no way Saving Private Ryan's not on your top 10.
Number 8. This was a literally last minute addition right before we started recording. Because I literally remembered it. I've got 2 Joe Johnston films on my list. And if you're not familiar with Joe Johnston, he started off at Industrial Light and Magic. He worked as a model maker, special effects artist on Empire, Return of the Jedi, left ILM, started doing his own thing. He directed Captain America, like the first Captain America film. And my number 8 film, which is The Rocketeer.
You know what? That was my top 15. I struggled to take that off my list.
I love
So
that film.
good.
I love that film.
Great film.
With a passion. I have the action figure on my shelf.
Well, when it came out, I was a kid. I rented it at Blockbuster. It was one of my first Disney films.
It's so good.
Phenomenal.
They're supposed to be.
I watched it so many times.
They're supposed to be doing a sequel to it, and I really am not jazzed about it.
No, they shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the film to death. It's a classic for me. My number 7 film. I just recently rewatched this. I may have dropped the fact that I was watching this in chat the other night.
Yeah,
I think maybe I did. It is a Robin Williams film.
Mm-hmm.
Also has Bonnie Hunt in it.
Nice.
Have you figured it out yet?
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Jumanji.
Flubby.
No.
Yeah.
Jumanji.
I know it's not Flubber. Did I say Flubby?
You said Flubby, and then you said Flipper when you meant to say Flubber.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to think of obscure, like, Robin Williams films. Clearly not from the 90s.
This was kind of a challenge because, like, I really liked Mrs. Doubtfire a lot, but I will say that out of my, we'll say, Robin Williams films, like, Jumanji kind of ranks up there really high for me. Because I liked Flubber. I liked Bicentennial Man. I think was 1999.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. Is this the only Robin Williams film in your list?
I believe yes, it is.
So you somehow rate Jumanji higher than Good Will Hunting?
I don't have Good Will Hunting on this list.
That's why I understand that. That's why I'm questioning your list, sir.
So I've seen maybe 20 minutes of Good Will Hunting.
Oh man.
And the only reason why I haven't watched it much more of it is because I really find those accents so fucking obnoxious. And it's not helped.
I agree.
It's not helped by Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. That one fucking scene, I was just like, I feel like I've seen everything I need to see. Like, I don't need to see much more.
Wait. So then, hold on. Then how the hell are you still a fan of Lord of the Rings after they completely ruined the
Wait, and Clerks 2?
Yeah.
Oh, Clerks 2 didn't fucking... No.
A brilliant scene, but he's wrong.
It didn't... Yeah. This is like akin to you going, the fucking Indiana Jones Big Bang Theory bullshit.
I would be curious to know what Kevin Smith thinks about that argument now that we've had like 10 years of shit Star Wars shoved down our throats.
No one would. No, I know that's not fair because no one would argue against, especially goddamn. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. So wait. Hook? You didn't like Hook?
I loved Hook. But I'm saying, like, out of the Robin Williams films of the 90s, Jumanji was still the one that, like, really... Now, I will tell you wholeheartedly, if you watch it today, that CG does not stand up.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
At all.
It's definitely aged.
Yeah, the monkeys in particular. But, like... I don't know. It's a simple story. It's kind of creepy.
I mean, it helped lodge the Far Superior remake with
Oh, fuck off.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Fuck off. Don't even listen. When they announced that sequel was coming out, I was like, you are literally pissing on Robin Williams' grave right now. That's what you're doing.
It wasn't it's a sequel in a sense.
I mean, it's apparently a direct sequel.
What the?
For
I'm shushing my computer, not you.
Okay. I was like, it's a direct sequel because they talk about Alan Parrish. Like, he's got his, his signature.
It is definitely a sequel. What the fuck? How many damn things do I have on? Sorry.
Too many tabs. Number
too
6.
Many computer electronics.
Number 6 is going to probably be one that really comes out of left field for you. And I just made a baseball pun unwittingly, but this is a baseball movie.
I already know which one.
It's Angels in the Outfield.
Nope.
That's a great fucking movie, but no.
I know. Let me think.
I know what it is.
Is it a Disney movie?
Fox.
Sandlot?
Yeah. You may disagree with me, but I think it is the best baseball movie.
For someone who doesn't like baseball. Sandlot.
Yeah, but I've watched A League of Their Own. I've watched, I don't know, was it Moneyball?
I feel like Sandlot is one of those movies that sports fans like it and non-sports fans like it.
It's
definitely a good, it's a good lighthearted movie.
Oh, actually, shit, I forgot about this. Did y'all ever watch Rookie of the Year?
Yeah,
I love that movie.
That's why I asked if it was. That's why I asked if it was a Disney movie.
No, but I would say that's probably a close second for me. I have a couple of sports films, ironically, that I really love. The Mighty Ducks, hell yeah.
Oh,
yeah, classic.
And then what's the other one? Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans, another classic, hard to hate. There was another movie that suddenly I'm blanking on. Which one is the one where they show the pitcher who was a coach who could pitch really fast?
Pitcher who was a coach.
Like it was based in Texas.
Is it the Randy Quaid movie?
The Rookie?
Maybe it is the Rookie. Yeah, maybe.
And he's like an older man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the Rookie? I feel like there's more to that name.
My favorite baseball movie is Moneyball, but you have to like baseball to like that movie.
Moneyball is very much a statistic, more a mathematical statistics movie than. But it's a good movie. I did like that too.
It's Dennis Quaid, the Rookie. That's a 2002.
Is it that? Yeah. Is it? I thought it was older.
You tell me. You look it up.
No, you're right. It is 2002. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Go ahead, do it. Next list. Continue the list.
Number 5 is undoubtedly the best dinosaur film ever made.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, we're starting to get into some of the like not surprises, but I still think number 3 might be a surprise. I mean, what else can I say about it? It's fucking iconic.
Great soundtrack.
Really defining moment for visual effects industry again, because they kept trying to do, claymation to do the dinosaurs. It just wasn't hitting. They took a huge chance trying to do a CG dinosaur, showed Steven Spielberg. He said, "That's fucking it. Let's go."
Hey, you know what? My favorite scene was when you hear the Tyrannosaurus Rex coming down for the first time, and I remember rewatching it in theaters because I think they did like a limited release, and I was listening. I remember feeling it in my chest.
Yeah,
the thump. Oh,
yeah,
so good.
Yeah.
And this, I'm gonna say this right now because you all know I hate Chris Pratt. But when Jurassic Worlds came out, I didn't hate Chris Pratt yet. And Jurassic Worlds was okay.
I thought it was fine. But
But
Jurassic
then-
Park is one of my
but
wife's
then-
favorite series. So
But then someone started showing me comparisons of the CG from Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World CG. And I was like, God damn, the one from the 90s was better. And this isn't a nostalgia filter. This isn't
no,
like
watch
if you
watch Jurassic Park 3. That movie is
Oh.
atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. I'm not watching it.
It's no.
You
I think
can't
I
make me-
watched that. I think I watched that in theaters actually.
I
Jurassic-
definitely watched. I watched
Ooh.
Jurassic Park 1 in the movie theater though.
All right, so number 4 stars Vin Diesel. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I just want to see if y'all can pick this one
Okay.
up.
I don't know what. I'm thinking of a movie. I just can't think of what year it came out.
Wait, you saying Vin Diesel?
Yeah, stars Vin Diesel.
Stars Vin Diesel? He's not in it. Okay, let me think. Vin Diesel movies.
Can I
Let's
guess
see.
the initials?
You can guess the initials.
Is it PB?
Yeah, I was gonna say Pitch. It's not Pitch Black.
Nope.
Not
Oh,
Pitch
then I have no idea.
It's Triple X.
So
Those were all 2000s movies.
Yeah, I think you're right.
okay, so
Stars Vin Diesel?
it is a Brad
Pitch Black
Bird
was
film.
2000.
Like the only time he stars in a movie that's like
This is gonna really- This is gonna
Fast and
really
the-
piss you
It
off.
was Fast and Furious.
It's gonna really piss you off.
So it's not the Fast and the Furious?
It is not obviously
No.
not. Do you know me?
I don't know.
You fucking know me?
Hey, look, you said Vin Diesel. That's like the first movie that I know that was in.
Nah, man, the Riddick trilogy, that's the best Vin Diesel.
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying yeah, obviously the Riddick series is phenomenal. But I was thinking like I think that was like 2001 was the Fast and the Furious, so I can't even think of
Go
anything
ahead,
he was in.
Hefe.
This
Yeah.
is great. I love this.
I don't know anything.
Do you know who Brad Bird is?
Nope.
Jim?
Oh. No.
Ah, that bums me out. So Brad Bird, amazing animator. Amazing
are you saying he has a
director.
voice?
Amazing
Yep,
director of
okay.
animated films.
I know what it is.
It is the Iron Giant.
Is he
Yep.
in that movie?
He is the voice of the Iron Giant.
He is?
Yes,
Yes.
before he did Groot, he also had like a voice role as the Iron Giant.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
don't
don't
think-
think was he
movie.
even credited?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's not on his IMDb, which is even weirder.
No, it is.
Oh,
Top
because he has a
cast.
lot of movies.
Go in 1999. 99.
First of all, y'all need to stop using IMDb and start using Letterboxd like an adult.
Ah.
Nah. Anyway, so IMDb does not say under.
That's under.
Oh,
you're
I'm
looking
looking
at the
at producer.
producer.
I
know
am
what-
looking at the producer. That was my bad. Okay,
I know,
you're right.
I know
you're
what
right.
you're doing. I got
Yeah. Okay.
you. Yeah. Also using Saving Private Ryan, which I always forget about.
Oh no, I remember him.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he was he was like the third person to die.
So, I will say I really respected Vin Diesel before Fast and the Furious. after that, it goes downhill. I don't care about him anymore. Not even.
Have you ever seen Pitch Black? That movie's
Oh, okay.
good.
Okay, I'll grant you the Pitch Black series is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chronicles of Riddick are great.
But I will say, like, I mean, even The Last Witch Hunter was not that bad.
Yeah, I liked it.
But, all right. David,
Wow.
this one's going to be for you.
Aw.
This is your number 3, right?
This is my number 3.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the best Star Trek film that's ever been made.
Oh God.
And you could say it's not a Star Trek film, and that's fine, but it's the best Star Trek film that's ever been made.
No. There's only one really phenomenal Star Trek
I
film.
have no
and
idea
it,
what
and
you're
it
I have no
stars.
idea.
No, you do. It stars Tim Allen.
It certainly does by Groff Bars Hammer.
Oh,
You got it.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Oh yeah, it's the best Star Trek movie there ever was.
Damn, I forgot about that movie. Shit.
How can you? It's got
It wouldn't have made my top 10.
everybody.
It would not have made my top 10 though.
No, it definitely didn't. But I love that movie.
It is a
Space
piece
Quest.
de resistance. It is an amazing film. Alan Rickman's great. It's just like it's a great cast, and like Tim Allen's become kind of iffy in recent years, but
More
recent,
worse than if
I could still
recent.
We'll say the past 20 years. We'll reach that far back. But yeah. So yeah, best Star Trek film, best Star Trek film that was ever made. Galaxy Quest.
Oh yeah, Sigourney Weaver. Woo.
Yeah.
Gotta love the blatant low cut blouses.
I got 7 minutes left, so I'm gonna move on to number 2 very quickly.
But like for real though, how did you not mention like the other really great ones like Tony Shalhoub, Sam Rockwell?
Like I said, it's a great cast. I will.
I want to say Justin Long was in it, like as a side character.
I mean, he wasn't necessarily a side character. He was the one. He was like the nerd that like helped everyone.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That was you. I'm gonna say Justin Long's character is you.
Rude.
Okay, number 2, Morgan Freeman, Tim Robbins, in a prison.
Oh
yeah, this made my list too.
I knew that this was gonna be somebody's, and how my positioning on these are gonna make you so mad.
Well, here's the thing that made my list, and it's the Shawshank Redemption.
It is. I mean, it goes without saying, pretty damn fine film.
Oh,
that is my number 30.
What?
And that's listen, Jim. Once we get to your list and we get to the end of it, because I've already told Julia, I was like, I already know he's got a couple. I know a couple of them. I think that are going to be on his list.
Well, I'm gonna run through 25 to 11.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Yes, you're not. Because I need to talk, and more importantly, I'm gonna mute you, and I can't say muted that long. Not mute you, mute me, because I'm gonna be yelling at the damn mic all day long, like for the next 15 minutes.
No, I run through it at the very end, Jim. Run through it at the very end.
Shawshank Redemption 30, really 30.
Sorry.
My number 1 film.
The Matrix.
Oh, you son of a bitch. How did you know?
I knew that was going to be your number 1 too.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Oh, man.
Like, in the fact that you didn't name it before this and you somehow made it before Shawshank, I'm like, motherfucker, it's on his list. I know it's on his list.
Of course it's on my list. Now, not my favorite. It's not my favorite of the trilogy.
Huh?
Oh, really?
Matrix Reloaded is my favorite film of the trilogy.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. Revolutions isn't great. We don't even talk about Resurrections because that film made me cry. I was like, what are you doing?
From how great it was? I agree. It was amazing.
No, it was just so dumb. Oh, man. It makes me want to quote Benoit Blanc. It's just dumb. It's just, I don't know. There's certain properties where I get briefly excited that they're bringing something new and that they're bringing the cast back and they're bringing the writers back and like all this stuff, and you're like, I don't see how this could fail.
Screw this up.
I just don't see how they could fail. And then inevitably I'm disappointed every single time. And it's just, it hurts. It hurts after a while. You're like, God damn.
Did you like the third one?
The third one was not great for me.
Okay.
It was, God, it was just confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was confusing as more if it was like, I felt like it was kind of like a lazy, it felt like lazy to me. Like it was lazy writing.
I don't know necessarily. I think what happened overall with the trilogy, like as it went on, is they wrote the first one and they're like, wow, we've really cracked it here. We did a really great job. And then all of the praise came out for the first one. And then it's that kind of like stigma of like, oh man, I'm so great. Everything I write now is gold.
I think it, yeah.
Yeah, it's up its own ass.
Yeah, it's just
right.
It's but like I would say
think,
like story wise, Reloaded is kind of, but I will say like the action scenes are pretty fucking great. The highway. There's just there's different sequences in that movie that's what makes it a better film to me, because it's basically The Matrix was just a shit ton more money.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but
story,
is it like? Do you like it only because of the cinematic milestones that it did, or the fact that it's just an overall good movie?
I would say both, because like even like knowing like what the fact that they fucking built a highway. Like a full highway for that one scene is astounding to me. Like I just appreciate the craft. It's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to explain.
No, I get it. And here, the reason why I'm asking the question that I asked is because for me, the movie itself is, I would say, a B. And the only reason why I say a B over like, obviously like A or higher quality, it's because, outside of all the technical wonders that they did to the movie, it doesn't really hold as a standalone quality movie to me. And that's part of the reason why I don't like it so much, because a lot of it was like adolescently written, in my opinion, because the character development really wasn't as good as I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
The shoehorned romance was kind of really terrible. And it was like they're trying to find a way to shock you more than when they shocked you with the whole, oh, humans are batteries, and let's not go into that whole flawed science.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
It's a sci-fi movie, David. It's okay.
I know.
I mean, but like The Matrix as a film, great. Was right at the tail end of the 90s. We were really starting to get a lot of like, I think, more advanced CG.
Yeah, but bullet time. Oh man, the amount of things that copied.
Yeah.
Bullet time.
Oh, it was endless
everywhere
in the early 2000s.
Yeah, everywhere.
Zack Snyder like saw this film, and he's like, I'm gonna make it my fucking mission to use goddamn slow mo. I'm gonna use so much slow mo.
Yep.
Yeah.
And everything.
So I got 4 seconds left. Just really briefly, I did have some honorable mentions. Yeah, that's. Thank you. I hope that didn't show up on the recording. It's a very loud beep 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 noise.
No, I didn't hear it.
I heard it.
I mean, there was just so many like really hard ones for me to like not have on here. 7 was one of them.
7, the Sin movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. That's a good movie. Yeah, I can see why. That was a tough one.
That movie so much.
Good movie.
Fargo was really hard not to put on here.
So good.
This is a hard decade to navigate. So,
here's the thing: the '90s is like I said, it's gonna be a shitty list because there's so many movies that you have. Like for me, when I made my list, it was like, okay, what's the best Tom Hanks movie? Because I could literally just do the top 10 and do all his fucking movies.
Apollo.
So if I were to do a 90s, if I were to do a 90s music list, it would be as hard as you guys are having with the movies.
No, exactly. You know, like the 90s was such a growth of just really good movies, top tier actors. It's just, yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
All right, Jim.
Muting now.
I do want to give one, and I'm only going to do the 10. It's fine. I do want to give a shout out to one specific movie. It didn't make my top 100, but it is a movie I have seen probably more than most. I watch it every single Christmas. I think it is the greatest Christmas movie of all time. It is 1996's Jingle All the Way.
Oh.
I fucking adore that movie. I adore it.
We've talked about this before.
Yes, we have. We did when we did our Christmas movie list.
I do want to revisit that as like a net new podcast.
Sure.
And that one's gonna be a little bit different. I want to do we'll say like top 5 Christmas movies, and then the top 5 like guilty pleasure Christmas movies.
Yeah, we can do that during the holidays. Yeah.
Because there are some that I just like. I shouldn't watch this because it's kind of shitty. But I still watch it anyways because it's a Christmas movie.
All right.
So December, be prepared.
Yeah, exactly. Look forward to that in December, and you already know my number 1.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So number 10. You won't know this one. Maybe Geoff will. Came out in 1999, directed by Takashi Miike. It had a budget of. Oh, you might. Oh, okay. It had a budget of $250,000. Anybody?
Fuck, that name sounds familiar though.
It is Audition.
Interesting. Okay.
Audition. It is the only horror movie that made. Well, it's on how you look at my number 8, but it is the only horror movie, and my number 3. It's the only real horror movie on my top 10. If you haven't seen Audition, it's pretty fucking crazy.
I've never seen it.
Oh, if you ever want to watch a person with a sawed-off tongue eat a bowl full of puke, there's your movie.
Yeah, no.
Number 9 is the most recent movie I've seen from this list. I didn't watch this movie until this year, but it made such a huge impression on me. It is the first of a trilogy. It is 1995. It is Richard Linklater, and the budget was $2.5 million.
Oh,
first of a trilogy.
Yeah, I know. I don't know the name of it, but it's the first of 3 movies where it's like the 2 actors. It follows their story. Is it every decade?
It's every 9 years.
Every 9 years. Okay.
Yeah. So 1995 we had Before Sunrise. 2004 we had Before Sunset. And then in 2013, we had Before Midnight. Before Sunrise is one of the greatest romance movies I've ever seen in my life. It's starkly different than any other movie that's going to be on this list. But I don't think I love dialogue. That's been established. I don't think I've ever been enthralled with a movie that's literally just a conversation between 2 people in my entire life. That nailed early love. It's incredible. I love.
Clearly, you've never seen Bridges of Madison County.
I'm good. I don't need to see. I don't need to see what's his name in a fucking bathtub. This is not the only time Richard Linklater will be in this list. But number 9, Before Sunrise. All right, number 8, 1992. Budget of $55 million. Tim Burton.
Nightmare Before Christmas or
God damn no! I hate that fucking movie.
Wow, dude.
no. What was the year?
92.
Batman.
Yeah.
Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Not only could be considered a Christmas movie, and if it is, it is my favorite. But it is in my opinion leaps and bounds the greatest Batman movie of all time, and it is also considered by some to be a horror movie. I don't know.
I
That
get it. I get the
scene-
horror accent. I get
That
the
scene of Danny DeVito as the Penguin at the end of the movie coming up out of the water, that has been burnt into my brain since childhood.
Not
and
him
will
eating a
forever
nose.
be there. Huh?
Not him eating a nose.
That's a great scene too. Batman Returns. There, I even like the next best Batman movie is so far away from Batman Returns. Oh my gosh! And I know that I'm in the minority with that placing, but Batman Returns.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just like it's just Nightmare Before Christmas. Just like that's not even a Tim Burton film.
It's not.
It isn't.
Not technically. So
Oh.
he didn't direct it.
I don't care either way because I hate that fucking movie. So
Yeah.
He didn't direct it.
I worked at Hot Topic, man. I hate that fucking movie.
It's always referred to Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas because it was his story, it was his art. It's effectively, but like if you're talking about a true like Tim Burton directed this film, he did not direct Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like in the '90s, I remember like going to McDonald's for the kids' meal and getting like a Batmobile. So the Batman Returns has a special place in my heart for sure.
Yep. It's not the same movie. Batman Forever had the glasses. I want those glasses from McDonald's so bad. All 4 of them.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So number 7, we're gonna stick with the same year, 1992. We're gonna bring the budget way down, 1.5 million, and then this is gonna give it away. Number 7, 1.5 million, 1992, directed by Quentin Tarantino.
It's on my top 10 too. Hell yeah.
Are we talking about the same movie?
We have to be, because if you're not, it has to have let's see. John Travolta?
Nope. We're talking
What?
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, that's your okay. I was gonna say, or is it Mini? I was gonna say, is there Mini Coopers or is there John Travolta? Okay.
Mini Coopers? What the fuck are you talking about?
Are you talking about the Italian Job?
I am thinking of the Italian Job. Oh my god! I know it's not. I don't even know why that popped in my head.
Shit! Fucking Mark Wahlberg and fucking Mini Cooper.
I think
Reservoir Dogs. His first movie was very, very popular. Basically invented the genre of indie film as we know it today. As we know it today.
Okay, Mr. Orange.
I was about to say Empire Strikes Back would like to have a word with you.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But I would say out of all of Quentin Tarantino's movies, Reservoir Dogs is my 3rd favorite. My first favorite is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but
so it doesn't shock me that this was on
2019.
your list. Does not shock me.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me either. But what shocks me is you liked it more than Pulp Fiction.
Okay. Number 6. Remember, my list is not done. Number 6. Let's go forward one more year. 1993. $9 million, directed by Richard Linklater.
Oh, I actually know this.
Then say it.
I'm not as familiar with his films.
David.
Oh fuck! Why is it? Oh my god! I am blanking. Dazed and Confused.
Yes, correct. It's Dazed and Confused.
Sorry, that was my top 15. That was one of my top 15.
Such a killer soundtrack, killer movie. I love movies that start and wrap on the same night. Great cast. I'm from Austin, Texas. This movie takes place in Austin, Texas. It was shot at the high school that my mom went to. Like, it's just it's like a comfort movie to me.
You know, when you first said shot on the same night, the first thing I thought of was fucking Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Love that movie.
It is a
I
great
love
movie.
that movie.
It's a great soundtrack
great
too.
soundtrack too. So that is my number 6. Number 5, 1999.
Okay.
Budget of $63 million. David Fincher.
Oh, Fight Club.
Yep.
Fight Club. Yep. I have a huge crush on Brad Pitt. I don't care. He is my favorite actor for the most part.
He's like, I
Edward
want
Norton
those
is also-
abs.
Edward Norton is also a great actor, but he's just such a fucking prick in real life. I don't want to give him credit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about Meatloaf?
Meatloaf and the bitch tits, bro.
So, not my favorite David Fincher film.
Really?
Definitely mine, but I understand.
What do you
That's
think?
okay to be wrong, Geoff.
What do you think my favorite David Fincher film is?
I need reference. Let me see.
You're probably not going to guess it, honestly.
And it's not 7.
I'm gonna go.
Guessing.
It's not 7. It's not 7.
It is not.
Let me think. The
Is
girl
it-
with the dragon
is it
tattoo.
The Game?
Ooh, David got it.
Girl with the dragon tattoo. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's got Daniel Craig, and also you love that book if I remember correctly.
I did. A close second for me is The Social Network.
Yep.
I like Social Network. I like it more than the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, I love The Social Network. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Zodiac was good. Don't get me wrong, but
I never
it's
saw
definitely. It's definitely.
Gone Girl's
it's
good.
Gone Girl is really good. Yeah.
Gone Girl was good, but I have yet to rewatch it again, and that says a lot for me.
I agree. I agree. It's one of those movies you watch once. You don't necessarily need to watch it again.
Same. I saw it in the theater with my wife, and yeah, that was it.
Like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo for some, like every once in a while I'll still pull it off the shelf. It's one of the few like David
It's kind
Fincher
of
films I own.
It's just a good movie though, because there's so much like tension and it's well acted.
Yeah, it really does crush me that he wasn't able to continue that trilogy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool.
All right. So number 4, 1998. $15 million. Directed by a duo named Joel and Ethan Coen.
Oh shit! What was the year?
98.
Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Big Lebowski.
I was gonna say that was on my top 15. Good
One
movie.
of my favorite comedy movies of all time. Another Jeff Bridges, one of my favorite actors of all time. I adore this movie so much. Philip Seymour Hoffman in this movie is perfection.
It is. It's one of their films that has taken a little bit to grow on me, honestly.
Yeah,
I get it. It is definitely not a every person movie.
It's one of those like surrealism isn't the right way to put it, but it definitely has moments where you're like, this is a little kind of out there. And
yeah.
But I mean, it is. I'm not saying it's by any means. It is a good film. I will say that. That's all I can really.
It is so good. I also love that Amy Mann, the singer, is in it.
Yeah.
As the nihilist, like his partner or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's funny. So that's number 4. Number 3. You either won't know or you won't think about it, in the sense that going to be in this top 10. My number 3 is Wild 2. Then yeah. All right, so $830,442.
That's so random.
Well, it was translated from Japanese yen.
Oh no.
No, Lord.
1997, directed by Satoshi Kon.
I won't know it.
No.
It is called Perfect Blue.
Yeah, still don't know it.
If you have not seen it,
I've never
it
even
is
heard of it.
incredible.
Anime.
Movie about a woman who is part of a like pop band, and she decides to leave the pop band to focus on like a movie career, and she has this stalker, and it is brutal and beautiful and just an incredible movie. One of my all-time favorites. It if it wasn't for the number 1 and 2 spot, which I'm sure you guys can guess,
Yeah.
it would be number 1 for sure.
So, I've never seen Paprika before.
Oh, I love that movie.
But apparently that's another by the same director.
Yes. Yes.
I just kind of like looked it up real quick.
Why do I feel like that? This feels like Black Swan.
No, not quite, but there are a ton of movies that have Smile.
No, like
2,
I'm saying,
the
like
sequel,
they.
yeah.
I'm saying like Black Swan like took a lot of views from this movie.
Smile 2, the sequel to Smile, that's coming out. It looks like it completely rips off like the premise from the trailer that I saw when I went and saw the new Quiet Place.
Wouldn't really surprise me.
So nope, this is one of, if I were to do like my top 10 animated movies of all time, this would be probably number 3.
I get it. It looks great. I might have to watch this.
It's incredible. It is. I think it should be watched by everybody, but that's why it's my number 3. How much time do I have left?
You have 15 minutes left.
Okay. Also, the movie is 82 minutes long. So you can knock it out quick.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might have to actually watch this. It looks good.
No, without me saying anything, can you guess what my number 2 is?
So I want to say Pulp Fiction is among your last 2 on here.
It has to be. Yep.
Okay.
I want to say it is number 2.
You want to say Pulp Fiction is number 2?
Yeah, I don't think it's your number 1.
David?
I'm gonna say it's your number 1.
That Pulp Fiction is my number 1?
Uh-huh.
All right, so my number 2. 1994.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Budget of $27,575. Directed by Kevin Smith.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I was right. Oh.
So, okay, I'm just gonna say right now. I thought that would be your number 1.
Okay, fair enough.
I thought that's why I flip flopped it.
I literally have in plastic cases on my like mantle here a never opened VHS copy of Clerks, my number 2, and my number 1, Pulp Fiction.
Well, the reason why I thought it was number 2 is because I felt like you would like the Clerks 2 more than you like 1.
Oh
no. Clerks 2 is great. I love Clerks 2. There's nothing like Clerks 1. Clerks 1.
I'm not debating. I love Clerks 1. I'm just saying I figured you'd be more of a 2 than 1 person.
Now, this Clerks is where, for those who are listening, this is where Jim and I start to have disagreements about Kevin Smith.
That's fine, but Clerks, this whole list probably wouldn't exist the way that it exists now if it wasn't for how Clerks changed how I watched a movie or how I wanted to consume a movie. Number 1, a $25,000 budget on multiple credit cards. That you don't have to have a bajillion-dollar Marvel budget to make a good movie. It's shot in black and white, and again, when you're you don't. It's not even something I notice anymore when I watch it. but the dialogue and the situations, it's hilarious. It's poignant in some parts. It introduced the world to the greatest comedy duo of all time in Jay and Silent Bob. And as much as Kevin Smith is taking a turn in the course of
Whoa,
the last several years.
Hold on a second. What?
Oh,
this
here we
is
go.
this
Have you
is
seen
news.
Clerks 3?
Okay.
Clerks
Yes.
3 is the saddest fucking movie I've ever watched in my life.
But
I
Jim,
will not watch it again.
Jim, this is what I was talking about when I said that you and I have disagreements. You say Clerks 3 is where he started to turn. I'm saying, you know what? I'm gonna back all the way up here.
Oh boy.
Red State.
I love Red State. I love Red State, and I adore Tusk.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like.
Not only do
Tusk.
I love that movie, when I went and met Kevin Smith, they were like, "You can bring one thing for him to sign." I didn't bring my Clerks VHS. I didn't bring my any of the mall. I didn't bring any of that. I brought my Blu-ray of Tusk for him to sign.
Did he say anything?
Love that movie. he was so excited.
That's funny.
That movie's horrifying. That there's a frame where like they do kind of like that Japanese like big giant like really fast cut to a widescreen from like a tight like face shot where they finally unveil spoilers. They finally unveil Justin Long in the walrus suit, and it like startled me. Like it like made me feel things. So, anyways, we're not talking about Tusk. We're talking about Clerks. And Clerks is really,
this is going to be really the thing that sets him off of IMDb, David. Where do you think Clerks 3 is ranked on?
Like
his
as far
list?
as like of the three,
just like the star rating in Kevin's film,
Clerks 3.
Clerks 3,
Yep, Clerks 3.
in the sixes.
Oh yeah,
so 6.2.
Okay.
it's almost considered his worst movie.
No,
Tusk.
Yoga Hosers is his worst movie.
Tusk. What do you think that's at?
Oh, in the fours?
5.3.
Yeah, people are dumb. I don't.
So like,
Like,
I
fuck
watched
other
the
people.
I watched the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Didn't care for
That movie was
it.
pretty rough too.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of done with him, honestly.
I am too. But that doesn't change how I feel about Clerks.
But let me rephrase that. If he came out with something in the vein of Dogma,
Dogma was great.
Dogma was great.
that
I
is
love
not
you some shit demon.
that is not Dogma. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something that really just like it's not dumb. It's, I don't know. Like, I just feel like he veered. I know what happened is that he did cop out, and he was like,
it fucked his mental health up.
It fucked him up, and he's like, I don't want to fucking do like big budget films anymore.
It wasn't cop out. I think Zack and Miri also, which is another great movie. Zack and Miri Make a Porno is one that really fucked him up too. It did so badly.
Yeah, but you think that was like making it, or was it just the
No. The response that it got.
Oh, sure. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Well, we know what your number one is.
My number one is Pulp Fiction. It is my second favorite Quentin Tarantino movie until Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came out. It was my number one. Look, everybody knows this movie. It's absolutely brilliant. It's brutal. The dialogue is incredible. It's so perfectly imperfect. I mean, the amount of times you can see shadows of the filmmakers, and in the windows at the beginning, you can see the trailer clearly driving the car around. I mean, it's riddled with imperfections, but the nonlinear storytelling, the soundtrack, just the infamous dance scene to the Chuck Berry song, it's literally perfect. And Quentin Tarantino steals from other movies all the time, and he definitely stole from lots of different old movies. The dance scene is highly not original. So, but the fact that he can do that, interpret it into his own art, is what, and not hiding the fact that he loves cinema so much that he does this, makes me love him. So,
well, the thing about Quentin Tarantino is he does it in a way where everything is very much an homage, not it's like
agreed.
It's like, let me honor what material I'm taking from, instead of just like blatantly copying and pretending like it's his. No, he does it in such a classy way that it's easily forgiven.
He also said something that I wholeheartedly like agree with, where he was talking about movies today, and he said if you don't shoot it on the day, then it doesn't count. Meaning that if you don't shoot what people are watching, and you create it in some kind of lab, I love that shit. And I love certain CGI and stuff like that, but just, I'm of the Quentin
you're
Tarantino.
Saying if you don't shoot it in camera.
Yes.
Okay, so you're talking about like everything must be practical, less
like Marvel,
green screen.
like now no, not everything has to be practical, because Chris Nolan obviously is not so much is not practical, but the fact that he can do what he does on film is incredible. Even though I don't really like a lot of Chris Nolan. Like, I respect that.
will say, like with him in particular, he tries to do as much in camera as possible, but
it's easily seen.
It's funny though with Oppenheimer, the amount of people that thought that he actually did the nuclear explosion for real.
Oh, that's funny. I love that movie, by the way. How much time do I have?
I think you have about 1 minute left.
Okay, cool. Can I do my 11 through 25?
Sure.
Okay. So number 11, directed by Tony Kaye from 1998, American History X. Number 12, 1996, directed by Robert Rodriguez, From Dusk Till Dawn. Number 13, from 1999, directed by Kevin Smith, Dogma.
Hell yeah.
14, from 1991, directed by Jonathan Demme, Silence of the Lambs. Number 15, this will, I'm going to guess, be David's number 2. 1991, directed by James Cameron, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Number 16, 1993, Tony Scott, True Romance. Number 17, 1995, directed by David Fincher, Seven. Number 18, 1997, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, Boogie Nights. Number 19, 1993, directed by Steven Spielberg, Jurassic Park. Number 20, 1997, directed by Quentin Tarantino, Jackie Brown. 21, 1999, directed by Gil Younger, 10 Things I Hate About You. 22, 1994, directed by Peter Farrelly, Dumb and Dumber. 1998, directed by Wes Anderson, Rushmore. 1999, directed by Matt Stone and Trey Parker, South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Oh, damn, that was a good movie, too.
And number 25, 1995, directed by Kevin Smith, Mallrats.
Okay, all right.
26 was The Matrix, just so you know.
Okay, interesting.
I'm just going to insert this because I am required by marriage to do so.
Oh, boy.
Julia would like to point out that her top 10 films is Drop Dead Fred, 1 through 10.
Right. Is that number 10 or is that 1?
That is 1 through 10. There is no other films.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. There is no other film.
I went on a couple of dates with a girl, and that was also her favorite movie. And I watched it at her parents' house with her. And
no way.
All she did was watch me watch the movie.
Oh no.
That's awkward.
Oh no.
And
Please tell me.
Please
tell me it ended after that. Like
we
there
did
was
it for
no
2 months.
Oh gosh, Jim, why?
She's nice.
I mean, like early on when we were dating, like we showed each other movies. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like. I don't know why I led with this one. Kung Pao Enter the Fist. Hey,
That's amazing.
hey,
Oh
I'm
my
just gonna
God.
say right now, she married me.
Hey, so
So-
I will say this. Within a week of starting to date who is now my wife, I let her borrow the Lord of the Rings trilogy
Fuck
Wow.
because she was having her wisdom teeth out. And so when she gave it back to me, she was like, "Oh, I love these movies. These are great."
you. Oh,
And
she
I was
didn't
like,
watch
"Hell
it.
yeah." She did. She just was so like out of it because of she didn't remember them.
Oh.
But the fact that I also lied to her. I told her I was a huge Beyonce fan when we first started dating.
Oh god.
That's love.
That was
folks.
like first date. I feel like that I said that.
Beyonce fan.
I will. Oh, one more thing.
He's
I
all
went
about the
to a-
single ladies.
I went to
Was
a
it-
midnight showing of *Inglourious Bastards*
Nice.
with my now wife, and sitting like just a few seats away from us was the girl I dated before I met my wife.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yep. Can you imagine now going into a Quentin Tarantino movie at midnight to watch? I was so tired.
Oh man,
I
I'm too
mean,
old for that.
I did run into Julia at it was the Smod is it Smodcast?
Okay.
The like live show that they were doing.
Yeah.
I had won tickets to that.
At Alamo at West Oaks?
Yeah.
I was there too.
Yeah, I think we've established this before, but
Yeah.
yeah, so you were there, and I also ran into Julia when she was on a date with another guy.
Oh.
It's okay. We started
Hey.
dating like right after that again.
Nice. All right, David.
Here we go. Terminator 2.
Terminator
Where
2
does
is
it
number 2.
rank?
I'm calling it now.
Where'd you put Terminator 2?
Number 2.
It's number 2.
I,
Don't tell me.
I'm not gonna
Don't
tell
tell
you.
Okay.
I don't like where this is gonna go. Let's see what happens. All right, as the real '90s kid. No, I'm kidding.
What the fuck does that mean?
Number 10, a goofy. No, I'm kidding.
Jeez.
Wait, hold on. How is a goofy movie not in any of y'all's lists?
It's in
Okay.
my top 100. It for sure is in my top 100.
Like top 15 at least. Damn. Okay, so special shout out to a goofy movie. Phenomenal movie.
It is 86 on my list.
80. Oh, come on, man.
Right
Is
after
that-
Billy Madison and right before What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Oh man, you put an Adam Sandler movie on your. Oh,
Come on.
I have 2 Adam Sandler movies.
oh Jim.
Jim, you're banned from this list thing. You're not allowed to do them anymore.
God.
Jesus Christ. All right, so last podcast I had to go with movies that I found really, really important. Like just I really thoroughly enjoy, cannot stop watching. This list is a little bit more of a mix between nostalgia and like the critic in me, which is
Okay.
why I had such a hard time with this list. First on the list is actually going to be number 10, 1997's massive hit with James Cameron as the director and writer.
Oh my God,
Wow.
David!
Yeah,
David, you old softy!
Titanic.
Oh my lord!
God, that movie sucks.
Oh, it's a terrible movie. You know, the reason why I don't like it and I had to put it on my top 10 is because I did mention it last time. It was the very first movie I vividly remember watching in theaters, and only because it was such an awkward experience for me watching it with my mother and father. It's forever.
I had my eyes
burned.
covered by an old lady that I had never met before.
Yeah,
So it's really funny about that is the first time I watched it, my eyes also got covered. I then borrowed the film, took it to my parents' house, and they just let us. They had no idea. They had like zero context. It came up on the screen. I was just like, "Oh,
hey, Kate Winslet, there you go, baby."
Hold on, that's how inaccessible boobs were in 1997. You had to go watch the 3-hour-long movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, because it was 56K back then, right? Like,
yeah.
It'd take like 20. Listen, children of today, you have no idea.
You have no idea.
Really, you don't know the struggle with blur vision and static shock vision. Geez. Okay, so just so you know, in context, if you don't know what this movie is, it's about a 17-year-old aristocrat that falls in love with a kind but poor artist aboard the luxurious, ill-fated RMS Titanic. Kate Winslet made me realize that I like girls. Also, for my number 9, and I think maybe both of y'all might be able to guess it, it is my third favorite Paul Verhoeven movie, also in 1997.
Oh, hold on a second.
It is considered the last of his trilogy of sci-fi movies.
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, what year is this?
1997.
97.
Paul Verhoeven. The last of his trilogy of best sci-fi movies ever.
Oh, okay. I did have to look it up. Okay. I apologize.
No, it's fine. I'm not surprised. It's weird that I made my number 9. It's weird that I made my top 10 list, but I love this movie so much, and it spawned it's a cult hit. It spawned an slew of games, movies, TV shows, but a whole bunch of stuff.
Before you reveal this, I'm going to make you very mad right now. I've only seen memes of this movie.
And I'm not surprised by that. But here's the thing.
I've never seen the movie.
I would say it's probably one of the... It did horribly in theaters because, just to give you a context on the movie itself, initially the film was everyone shat on it. Critics hated it. Box office failure.
What's the name of the director you keep saying?
Paul Verhoeven.
Paul Verhoeven. Oh, okay. It is not coming through on mine.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe you might know this then, Jim. He did
I know who he is. Yes.
What do you know which movie I'm talking about? He did RoboCop, and he also directed an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie in Total Recall. What's his third sci-fi hit? The masterclass movie.
Starship Troopers.
I love this movie. I adore this movie. It is my number 30.
Really?
I'm sorry, 29. It is my number 29 between Leon the Professional and Happy Gilmore. You're talking about Starship Troopers.
I am. Yes, I am. So this movie was so terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible at all.
Oh yeah, no, it's such a fascist movie, and I love it.
So here's the thing.
Full. Well, here's the thing. It's a spoof of, or let me think. It's what Verhoeven does most of anything is basically it's a lot of political commentary done in a very satirical way, and it's more of a cerebral satirical than an actual let me make this super obviously being a spoof and a satire. It's a very he does it in a very subtle European dry way, and that translated really bad for American moviegoers, especially in the mid 90s. It bombed in the box office, and it didn't translate at all. And you have to think between going up against movies like Jurassic Park: The Lost World, Fifth Element,
underrated movie,
the Titanic. It had no fucking chance. I think it literally came out with in between Alien Resurrections and Scream 2, and then Tomorrow Never Dies, which is a 007 movie. It just never had a chance. But luckily, it got a lot of cult.
I like it better than every movie you just mentioned too.
Oh, 100%, yeah. But again, it's just one of those movies that just didn't get a chance in the box office. But luckily, people started discovering it more in the late 2020s than anything else, and I absolutely adore this movie.
In the
It's
future,
one of my favorites.
Huh?
And the future past.
You said the late 2020s.
Oh, I was gonna say late 2010s. Yeah, late. Well, early. Yeah. That's it.
David's a fucking AI time traveler that keeps popping up. You finally revealed yourself.
Look! I'm in Terminator T -100, so leave me alone.
100.
All right, number 8 on my list is a 1999 movie, also directed by David Fincher.
Fight Club.
Yep.
Fight Club. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I told you, like I said, I made my list. I love Fight
Club.
First
rollover.
And I gotta say, Brad Pitt's abs has made men jealous for years.
Yeah,
decades. Women's hearts.
That's also the first time I had ever heard of IKEA.
You know what? Same.
It might have been the same for me.
I didn't really know about IKEA.
Did take a picture
of that like scene.
Shirtless Brad Pitt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking. I'm sorry. No, I took a picture from a magazine about that movie to Fantastic Sam's and told them to cut my hair like his.
Nice.
Oh my lord.
Hey, you wouldn't be the only person, I guarantee it.
Definitely wasn't.
Yeah, great movie. Like I said, I agree with you, Jim. Edward Norton being in it wasn't my favorite part of it, but absolutely everything else was phenomenal.
That's fine. Edward Norton's the greatest Hulk too, so.
Thought I'd throw that in to piss y'all off. Over Ruffalo? Fuck you.
I thought I'd throw it out.
Oh god, I hate everything about that. All right. Number 7 on my list at the my first my first Quentin Tarantino movie. And it's Jim's number 1 movie. Yep. Yeah, I love the movie. I couldn't put it on my top 5 though. I tried. I kept pushing it back down. That was one of the movies that hit me really hard, where I really didn't want to put it anything less than 5. But unfortunately, some of these other movies made a bigger impact. But yeah, John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Samuel L. Jackson, just phenomenal.
Resurrected John Travolta's career.
It really did. It really, really, really did. I mean, he made terrible movies since, but you know,
I'll take good ones.
Yeah, I also made some good ones here. I'll give you that.
I like his version of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh, what the fuck?
What? You don't like that movie?
That's so random. No, I don't like that movie.
What the hell?
That's just so random.
I don't even know what number I'm on anymore.
Sorry.
What the fuck, man? Number 6. Jim, you were wrong. Yep. Number 2 movie was done by James Cameron. One of my favorite movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, and Edward Furlong. Yeah, Terminator 2: Judgment Day was my number 6 movie. Really great movie. Love the sci-fi in it. The iconic liquid metal through the jailhouse bars. Not jailhouse, but psych ward bars.
I knew this would be on your list, though.
Oh, it's 100% on my list. Yeah, there was no way it wouldn't be.
Butnick instinctively lying to a cop to save humanity. That is such a niche reference.
Yep. Uh-huh. But yeah, no, it's 100% one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
It,
Man,
I-
Edward Furlong, famed restaurant lobster freer. Yeah.
yeah, also
He's
probably
had a rough go with
he's
things.
had a rough life. Yeah, yeah. Faye didn't do too well for that 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say Linda Hamilton was probably my favorite actress during that time period. Yeah, great movie. So good.
Season 1 of the Sarah Connor Chronicles is the greatest Terminator property ever, in my opinion.
Sarah Connor Chronicles. Yeah, no.
But season 1.
Yeah, with Summer Gao and
oh God, I love that show. And
yeah.
then they ruined it.
Yeah, they did, and then they canceled it, and I was so bummed because that was like probably my favorite like TV series that Fox ruined.
And they ruined a lot.
Oh, they ruined so many,
but that one hurt the most.
Firefly for me.
Firefly,
of
course.
I'll admit I didn't like Firefly until after it became like a big thing. Yeah. I watched it during, but I only caught like bits and pieces. Like I think I caught like episode 3. I didn't watch it as a series in order correctly because when I caught it, it was actually still live on the air.
Oh, so, well, yeah, that's one of the biggest problems that they had. Was that it was
because it kept moving. I think, yeah. And there was a couple things wrong with it, but yeah.
Let's not forget the greatest canceled Fox show of all time, Greg the Bunny.
Oh God!
Wow, what a goddamn!
I quit. Bye. I'm done. You don't get the rest of my 5 top 10. Bye.
No, what's number 5?
I don't wanna. Number 5 was a Steven Spielberg movie shot in 98. It was 2 hours and 50 minutes long. Had a little known actor called Vin Diesel in it. Possibly.
This is funny how much crossover we're getting now. Like the last
that movie's long.
It is a very long movie. It's a very long movie. No, yeah. Saving Private Ryan is probably one of my favorite. It's my favorite war movie. I can comfortably say one of my favorite war movies. It really started my whole fascination with World War II.
Oh, fucking same. God damn it. Why are we such old guys? David, we're gonna have a fucking meeting one day when we're like in our 60s. We're like, yeah. So here's your World War II research for the week. What do you got?
Meanwhile, my movies are cool as shit.
Yeah, no one will care.
I love World War II. I don't know why. It's not a subject you should be fascinated with, but I just am.
Yeah, I mean, that's like me and serial killers.
Yeah.
Well, World War II, I feel like it's one of those, especially now with the geopolitical climate, it's just more relevant now than ever. So I can't really blame anybody for liking World War II.
One of like the great Doctor Who scenes is that he travels back and he sees a soldier from World War One. And he's like, oh, the second great World War. And he's like, what do you mean second? And he just goes, oh, well, spoilers. And I was just like, fucking hell.
Yeah, I think they called it the Great War back in 1914.
Yeah.
I think World War One is far not superior. That's a fucked up thing.
What the hell, man?
Superior?
Far more interesting.
Wrong word. I get it, but
far more interesting than World War II.
Yes and no. Like World War One, obviously with the trenches and the very old-fashioned battlefield tactics. I get it. It is definitely a fascinating conflict.
You know, David, I just realized we've already started our love of war movies because we both went and saw 1917 together.
Yeah, we did, and it was such
that's adorable.
Oh no, the movie itself was so long, but the problem is like it was one of those movies where it wasn't literally shot like this, but it was put together like this as like one long camera.
Yeah, it was that was the thing that like got us in the seats.
And the problem is like the movie itself is pretty good. Pretty good. I liked it. But what got me was like in the middle of it, like my brain got so tired trying to intake all that information. I literally fell asleep.
It was exhausting.
It was tired. It's such a tiring movie to watch. I can't watch it in one sitting. I still can't. It's too much. There's too much going on in the movie without any brain pause.
Did you start snoring at one point?
I did. I fell asleep. I told you, like, I 100% fell asleep in the middle of the movie. I've never fallen asleep in a movie before in my life.
Oh my god!
And that movie did me in because, like, it was like I said, I fell asleep like at the night scene in the castle.
Yeah.
And I just because my brain was so exhausted that it's just like I need to shut down. And and I wasn't even tired. That was the weird part. But yeah, it was it was a tough movie for me. It still is. I can't watch it fully. But Saving Private Ryan, it was a perfectly shot movie for me. I watch it multiple times. I watch it at least.
Circle back, David.
Well,
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I'm giving you a legitimate compliment.
That's good.
It's one of those movies I can watch over and over again, and I never get tired of it. There's so many small little fanboy nods about the movie. The thumb being damaged, shooting the sniper rifle. Every small thing, every small detail about that movie was very accurately reproduced. Phenomenal movie, one of my favorites. Number 7 might surprise you guys. Or sorry, not number 7. Yeah, number 7.
No.
I messed up.
You're on number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
Gotta keep you honest.
Thank you, sir. Number 4 is a movie that stars Keanu Reeves, written in 1999.
Okay, it's The Matrix.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, no, that I wanted to make it my top 3, but it didn't make it. There's some other movies that were far better in my opinion than The Matrix. But I love The Matrix, great movie. We've already talked about it, so I won't continue in on it. So for the next 3 movies, I'm going to only tell you the synopsis and what year it was written, and I'm going to make you guess. Now, these 3 movies, 2 of them are going to be very obvious and very easy to remember to list. The one of them you won't guess. None of you will. Maybe. We'll see. Number 3 is a movie written or came out in 1993. It's a 3-hour long movie. And the synopsis is a German occupied Poland during World War II. Industrialist Oskar Schindler gradually becomes concerned for his Jewish workforce after witnessing their persecution by the Nazis.
Does it have something to do with a list?
Maybe.
It's pretty okay. So this is terrible of me to say. I've never seen it.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. And Jim, I think you're probably going to say what I'm about to say. I understand how culturally significant it is, how, dare I say, accurate it is.
Oh, it's, yeah.
And that's kind of the problem for me. It's just a little bit too intense for me. There's certain movies and certain projects that, for my mental health, I won't watch.
I get
it. Because it's too depressing. And like...
It's a horrible movie. Like in terms of the strife and the sorrow and just the outright inhumane treatment. Obviously, as a movie, you don't see everything.
Yeah,
but the illusion.
It's one of those things that like whenever Holocaust deniers come out and they're just like, yeah, this never fucking happened. It's like, how dare you?
Right.
Like, it's just that's the stuff that like really pisses me off. But
Right,
all that
yeah.
being said, like, I just maybe one day.
I don't blame you for never watching the movie. It's a very tough movie to watch. Obviously, with my last name, it was kind of mandatory for me to watch it. But
You gotta watch that and then watch the movie Munich.
No.
Just...
Ooh,
I can't.
God.
No, I will become suicidal, my friend.
No, no. If you've never seen Munich, that's just Jews kicking ass.
Wait, what? Munich?
Oh my god!
Why do I feel like I've
Just
seen
Eric
it? and
Bana owning shit. It's just, it's a great movie.
then-
I don't think you know what movie I'm talking about.
Schindler's List and Jurassic Park was like Steven Spielberg's year from hell.
93, yeah.
Because he just like he was just like, because if I'm not mistaken, he was in the middle of production on both films at the same time.
Probably. Yeah.
I watched Schindler's List because society made me.
Oh, shut up! Society made you.
And that's why I just don't care about that movie. Just, I get it, but to me, it's up there with like Citizen Kane and movies
I get
and
that.
like Gone with the Wind. Like, I get its historical significance, but I'm good.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a movie that I struggled with. It was not in my top 10 initially, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you can't watch Saving Private Ryan without having at least mentioned the movie, because that was the whole reason behind it. And like I said, it's such a well done movie. I just had to say something. I had to put it on my thing, and I figured both of y'all wouldn't, only because of the fact that it's such a depressing movie. It rarely makes most people's top lists unless they're like really thinking about it from a critical perspective, which is mainly the reason why I put it on my list at all.
There's one ultra depressing movie that exists that I love, but it is so rough.
What is it?
Called The Road.
Oh, fucking hell!
Couldn't tell you. All right.
The book was rough too.
The book is horrifically rough.
The Road? Is that what you said?
The
Yeah,
Road by
with
Cormac
Viggo Mortensen.
McCarthy. Viggo Morgenstein.
Fuck off.
That's how they say it, and It's Always Sunny.
No, yeah, okay, It's Always Sunny, you son of a bitch.
He goes,
You know it's Viggo
I am-
Mortensen.
He goes, I'm the hero of the ring, Viggo Morgenstein.
Oh, Lord.
Stupid.
Oh, wow. This is a fucking horrifying movie. Oh.
All right, what's your number 2?
Happier Times. I would say, let me get my list here. I lost it in my shuffle. Here we go. Written and not written. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying writing. It premiered in 1995. It was a movie I could watch because it was PG-13. And
Is it Men in Black?
no, calm down. It was written by Martin Campbell. Directed by Martin Campbell, sorry.
Oh, GoldenEye.
Yep.
I knew you would have a Bond movie on there.
Oh,
yeah, I'm surprised I didn't think about it beforehand.
Well, here's the thing. That movie shaped so many weird things about me. He was my first Bond. Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah,
Same.
it was my first Bond.
Same.
Obviously, like arguably he refreshed the franchise with this one movie. His other contributions, obviously there's argument, and it's one of those things where, Bond was such a phenomenal, GoldenEye was such a phenomenal movie and then it progressively got worse.
Yeah.
But for his initial introduction, GoldenEye reigned supreme in my mind for a 1990s Bond. Love the movie so much. Like I said, it actually started my fascination with Parker pens, the jotter pen that was a grenade that he clicks. That is a Parker jotter in all stainless steel. I know that because I that was the first pen I became utterly fascinated with, and that started my pen that actually started my pen obsession. Funny enough,
Did you know that in 1989 a British made-for-TV movie came out called GoldenEye, but it's just a biopic about Ian Fleming?
That's not surprising.
I'm not. That's not surprising, but I did not know that. That's interesting.
Yep.
Well,
sorry, did we?
No. I that's actually pretty good. But yeah, no. Like I said, it's my number 2. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's another movie that Sean Bean dies in.
Yep.
David, we never did do that fucking Bond marathon that we were talking about.
We do. We still, we do need to do it. We need to find a time.
We need to like break it up in a couple weekends.
There's no way in hell we could do that.
Yeah,
they really are.
Listen, they're bad, but also we wouldn't get to the really good shit if it wasn't for them. I'm definitely.
So here's the thing. I would rather watch Moonraker than the newest Bond, for sure.
Oh, Jim. No, you touched a nerve. Sure. You touched a nerve there.
Jim?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
that new
Lord.
one sucked.
The latest one?
The latest one.
No. Okay.
Are you fucking with me? Like, are you serious?
Every other Bond film, and I don't think David will be in disagreement with me on this. Every other Bond film of like the modern era sucks.
Are we talking about like Craig
Skyfall.
era or
yeah?
What?
So no, hold on. Give me a second. Every other film.
Oh, I'm wrong. I'm incorrect.
Are you thinking of Spectre?
Yeah,
that was not the last movie.
Spectre. I know. I'm wrong about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my brain. I literally have a headache now that I was like grinding my teeth. I was
because
so bad.
No, because Jim, like that's like okay. So Casino Royale, great. Quantum of Solace, awful. Skyfall, amazing. Still probably my favorite Bond film. Simply is.
Third favorite.
Skyfall's my number 3.
Spectre, horrific.
Yep.
I have not seen No Time to Die.
You need to.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay.
David may have teared up a little bit at the ends. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I do think it's funny that Daniel Craig was sick of playing Bond after Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Can you blame the guy? He went from like barely known.
I mean, look, my favorite James Bond movie of all time was done by a Bond who only did one movie.
Fucking George Lazenby. We've already talked about this before.
I love that movie.
We've talked about this, and it just still bothers me that I still remember that fact.
Yeah, I'm still annoyed by
Honor
that
Majesty
too.
Secret Service is so good.
Here's the thing. I would agree with you. It's actually probably it's my guilty pleasure Bond movie.
Okay, here's the deal. David and I, we're gonna make our way through the series, and then when we get to No Time to Die, we're gonna have you over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you can watch it.
I've seen No Time to Die. No.
You haven't seen No Time to Die.
It's such a Bond name. I've seen.
Of course it is.
Die.
Yeah,
I've seen Live and Let Die. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's not talk about that one. That's one of the reasons why I struggled to put GoldenEye on my list, but at the same time, as a standalone movie, GoldenEye is a phenomenal movie. Obviously, it started a whole genre of games.
Yeah, an overrated fucking game.
Hater.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Just because you don't like slappers.
No. He doesn't like the N64, so like let's just leave
Yeah,
it
because
there.
he's just a fucking hater. All right.
Yes. Agreed.
So this movie that I'm about to say is my number one movie was already mentioned. It is a 1994 movie.
Hold on. Okay. Not Twerks. It's not Pulp Fiction.
No, just kidding.
No, not that one.
Well,
Unfortunately, no.
It's not 94.
You're right.
93.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was written by Stephen King.
Oh.
It stars Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
And it's The Shawshank Redemption.
All
One of my
right.
favorite movies of the 90s.
I'm saying this not as an insult. If I were to go to like rollingstone.com and type in top 90s movies, your list would be very similar.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, and I get that because, like I said, The Shawshank Redemption.
You have very traditional taste. That's
well, yeah, but more importantly for me, actually, The Shawshank Redemption was probably my first like adult movie that I watched from the 90s, and it was like one of those movies like where it's like, okay, it's so hard to hate, it's so good. And like I said, it's a movie that I would like. Stephen King wrote that I rarely, and I don't really like Stephen King's movies that much, the adaptions anyway.
Agreed.
But I really, really like The Shawshank Redemption. In itself, the movie has been obviously there's been plenty of homages to it. It's one of those movies where it's like it's been ripped off of, it's been mentioned, it's just there's so many little love letters to the movie. It's hard not. It had to make my top 10, and it's such a great movie, and I have nothing bad to say about it aside from the fact that it's overdone. Like how many people love them, like on top 10 lists and stuff like that. Yeah, and that's it.
I think it's very sad that he doesn't direct films anymore.
Frank, Durbon, yeah.
I
mean,
what is he? What's the story behind that?
So, it's not necessarily like he's done like more writing recently.
Is he old? Like really old?
He's like 65.
Okay, my dad.
So like, you're either gonna hate him for this or you're gonna love him for it. He was the showrunner for Walking Dead season 1.
Oh,
that actually doesn't surprise me.
I liked that season.
And technically in season 2 as well.
Yep.
And then he got fired.
He directed a movie that I'm shocked none of us mentioned, but I do really like, which is the Green Mile.
It's my top. It's my top 20. The Green Mile.
Listen,
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Wow. It was between the Green Mile and the Shawshank Redemption.
And he directed a movie I love called The Mist.
Yep.
The Mist. He's done the Majestic.
Oh shit! Yeah. Does he only do fucking Stephen King?
Almost.
Shawshank, Green Mile, The Mist. He did a Stephen King collection. Buried Alive. Yeah. Is The Majestic a Stephen King?
No.
Okay, because that movie sucks ass, but
what?
So that was when Jim Carrey started to get like super dramatic.
Yeah. It's a tough movie to watch with Jim Carrey in the leading role, but it wasn't a bad movie.
The Majestic.
So he did a lot of young Indiana Jones back in the day.
Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah.
He was also supposed to be on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, so he wrote a draft of that Spielberg loved but Lucas hated. So they just never moved forward with it.
Yeah, but he also, like, Minority Report is something that he did the script for. Saving Private Ryan, obviously.
Well, script doctor, so you can take that as you will.
Well, I mean,
he had a hand in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't he basically rewrite the script when you're a script doctor?
No, script doctor is literally just what it sounds like. You're going in and you're making tweaks. You're trying to adjust the flow. You'll adjust dialogue here and there to make it a little bit more coherent. But you're not in there to like chop up the screenplay completely, because then you have to be credited by Writer Guild rules.
Got it.
So it's like Carrie Fisher is actually a script doctor. I'm trying to remember what she did.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I didn't know that.
Let me see here. So she did Star Wars a little bit. She was a script doctor on Hook, Sister Act.
Oh.
The Wedding Singer, ironically.
That's awesome.
Scream 3. And then apparently she also helped with Last Jedi as well.
That doesn't surprise me.
So she was also like a script doctor for Phantom Menace too. So like she was instrumental in like a bunch of stuff.
You didn't mention the best movie ever, The Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Oh, I love that movie. Such a good movie. Oh, also Lethal Weapon 3? But okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
Good
did
stuff. Yeah, we did it. We're done.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Can we please do 70s?
Listen, it's not a decade that I don't want to do. I need more time for that one.
I don't think I've seen a lot of 70s movies. I have and I haven't.
Like, I might be able to get a top 5 for you.
I was gonna say, even if it's a top 5 for y'all, I could still do a top 100.
Okay. We will tentatively do a top 5. Not this next round, because next round is our 2000s round.
All right.
I want to get over the more challenging ones, I guess is the best way to put it.
Fair enough.
Because then eventually we're going to get into what I would like to call our modern classics. And that would be films from the last 20 years.
Fair enough.
Because when I say 2000, I am talking about literally 2000 to
2000 to 2009, yeah.
Yeah. And that'll be interesting.
All right.
So are we doing 2000s next?
We're doing 2000s next. We will reconvene in a month from now.
Time to put Wanted on the top 10 list. Yeah.
I was about to say
that movie so much.
I was about to say there are a couple of movies in there that I'm sure will not shock you on my list.
Oh, I already know which one it's going to be. I already know. Like, I already know. You already know which one it's going to be on my list. We both know which one's going to be on both our lists.
Yeah,
you know what's going to be on my
It
list?
is my favorite Bond movie.
Oh,
you know what's going to be on my list?
On your list? I'm going to say...
It's going to be Zathura.
That was out of left field. No! I was going to say, because Jim loves the MCU so much, he's going to go with the very first, technically proper MCU movie.
Edward Norton's Hulk.
It won't be, but I love that movie.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Planet of the Apes.
The Mark Wahlberg one? No. Oh my gosh. So, funny story about that, and then we can go. About 30 minutes into that movie, I think I might have been on a date. I'm not sure. But
You're not sure.
Nope.
That's terrible.
I wasn't.
Okay.
I was with my little sister watching that movie, and the reel broke, and they were like, "All right, if you guys want to wait for 10 minutes, we'll get it back up. But if not, we'll get you guys vouchers for different movies. Everyone got up and left. They knew 30 minutes in that this movie sucked.
Wait, sorry, what movie was this?
The 2004 Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes.
Oh.
And here I thought, yeah. So, I, in all seriousness, it's probably Bring It On.
Ooh, I've already got my dark horse pick. Oh. Hell yeah.
It's not, let me guess, it's Jumper.
Oh, Jumper was terrible. Fuck off.
I already know which one is Jim's top 10. It's going to be Hollow Man.
That's
Ooh.
90s.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Nope,
No, I thought
2000.
Hollow Man. Hold on.
Hollow Man is 2000.
You're wrong.
No,
Bitch, he's right.
I know it. It's 2000.
Oh, it is? All right.
It's
no,
it's
it's
another
2000.
of the Paul Verhoeven movies. That's why.
Oh,
David is our resident Paul Verhoeven expert.
Fair enough.
We're gonna get to a point where there's no movies released by him, David.
Oh no, we're it's gonna be nothing good after in 2000 was released
10,
by him.
This is gonna be hard. I'm looking
I
at
know.
a list. Damn, because there's like random movies that I love, like American Gangster.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of movies. It's gonna be tough because, I mean, you have modern classics like Transformers.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Good night,
be a fucking.
everybody.
I think I might be a. Oh my god! If Transformers is on anyone's top 50, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh man, it's a terrible movie. I love it. I don't actually love it. I'm being very sarcastic. No. You know what? On seriousness, I'll be very shocked if this isn't on somebody's top 25. But Tropic Thunder.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Was that your dark horse?
That's not my dark horse. No.
Okay.
No, you're never gonna guess my dark horse.
The Fast and
Never-
Furious.
What? What did you say, Jim?
Katy Perry has a song called Dark Horse. That's why I said
No.
Boo.
No, you'll never guess my dark horse.
Your dark horse.
If I somehow, and I don't know if I'll put that as my number one. It's definitely not my number one. I'll figure it out. I got a lot to
Well,
digest.
I'm done guessing. So
I don't want to know.
Y'all
But
have a lovely evening. We'll see you in a month.
well, you know.
Yeah, you know. Oh, I mean, like, you know, because we all just.
Oh, I know what your dark horse is. Okay,
No,
never
you
mind.
don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
So tell me who the star is, and I'll tell you if you're right.
Okay.
Elliot Page.
No.
No.
Well, I don't know why you're laughing. He's in one of the better ones for me from the 2000s.
I mean, okay, yes, but also, if I had to pick, oh god.
So he's in it. I don't know if he's technically the star, but Sam Rockwell.
Hold on a second. Let me.
Oh,
When
and my computer
did
died.
Moon come out? I love Moon.
No, he is not in it. I will say that there is a person in it that
Stop
was
guessing.
mentioned
We have to stop
tonight.
guessing.
I know. I just think I think it would be hilarious if you all figured this out before then. All right, y'all have a great night.
You said he was mentioned tonight?
Yeah, he was mentioned tonight, and that's all I'll say. Thank you all so much for joining. We will see you in roughly a month. Don't hold us to an exact date, and that's all I'll say.
I was talking about his
you.